And what are Republicans complaining about today? Not all Republicans, but some Republicans today are complaining because Joe Biden took a moment when they went to break and he whispered something in Anderson Cooper's ear about a foot away from him. And that's what some, not all, but some people on the right are complaining about. Ooh, Joe Biden wasn't practicing social distancing.
They're calling it hypocrisy, which it was.
Okay, first of all,
once Joe Biden thought that the cameras were off,
I cannot believe this.
He did go right next to Anderson Cooper.
So let me get this right.
And whisper in his ear. That did take place.
So let me get this straight. Your definition of hypocrisy. Let me get this right. So Donald Trump holds campaign rallies.
We're not talking about Trump here,
if you could,
We're talking about Joe Biden.
I am. So because you just mentioned the word hypocrisy, so I am. So if you could please listen. Let me get this straight. Donald Trump is holding campaign rallies where thousands of people are not practicing social distancing. Thousands of people are not wearing, if I could finish, please. Thousands of people are not wearing masks. But the right has a problem with a moment, and by the way, there was social distancing and people were wearing masks, and there weren't a lot of people at this thing last night. The right has an issue for a moment where Joe Biden got within a foot or two of Anderson Cooper, said something in his ear. The right has an issue with that, and they're calling that hypocrisy. Yet we have thousands of people at Donald Trump campaign rallies that are not practicing social distancing and wearing masks. And you're going to call that hypocrisy?
Well, again, Donald Trump has not spoken out against. See, when the word hypocrisy is used, it's because one person says something and does something different. That does not apply to Donald Trump. Donald Trump has never been totally gung-ho for masks or for social distancing. Now, has he agreed to it because of what happened with the White House task force and their social distancing guidelines and of those type of things? Yes. Joe Biden has been extremely adamant about social distancing and masks. So what you're saying there doesn't make any sense.
It makes complete sense.
Joe Biden, and again, I don't think it's a big deal, but people are bringing it up because he was when he thought the cameras were on, him and Anderson Cooper were social distancing, and when the cameras go off, they come together, and he whispers something into his ear.
So first of all,
and so the thought process is that he's saying something in front of the cameras, and he's doing something different behind the cameras, kind of like what Nancy Pelosi did with the hair salon.
It's ridiculous. First of all,
obviously it's a much more egregious example with Nancy Pelosi.
I think but
that's the thought process.
I think it's a much more egregious example when you have thousands of people.
By the way,
if I could please finish, I let you talk, please. There were thousands of people at the Donald.
I didn't really finish, Brian.
Okay, JD, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I'm saying I didn't finish
I thought you finished your thought because you stopped talking. Go ahead.
And I thought Joe Biden did a pretty good job. I thought, as you said, that he handled himself relatively well. I thought the questions were extremely easy. I thought that Stephanopoulos grilled Trump it was a significantly different situation with Trump and Stephanopoulos than it was with Anderson Cooper and Biden. I thought when Biden said that Donald Trump is responsible for every single person that has died of COVID-19, he said, check the facts. It's true. Check the data. Donald Trump, if Donald Trump, the things that Donald Trump did, if that didn't happen, then every single person in the United States that's died of COVID-19 would be alive, which is completely insanity, which is one of the craziest things I've ever heard. The fact that Anderson Cooper didn't even attempt to fact check that at all, especially with the data kept coming out that 95% of people that have died of COVID-19 have had 2.6 or more comorbidities. What happened in the nursing homes where Andrew Cuomo and Wolf and Whitmer and Baker, who was, by the way, a Republican mayor or governor, they forced patients into nursing homes that were positive with COVID-19 from hospitals, and that killed thousands and thousands of people. The fact that Joe Biden was able to say that and get away with it and not be questioned on it, that yes, Donald Trump is personally responsible for every single person that has died of COVID-19 in the United States, and if Donald Trump didn't make these horrible decisions, that every single one of those people would be alive. I thought that was a very, very interesting dynamic. But yeah, Joe Biden did answer questions much better than I thought he would, Brian.
Okay. I'm not sure what that has to do with what we were talking about.
Well, sure it doesn't. We're talking about the town hall, right?
But we weren't really talking about that. But I was specifically talking about how the right is losing their mind because for a moment there, Joe Biden was a foot or two away from Anderson Cooper, who, by the way, tested not positive for coronavirus. Anderson Cooper had to be tested. The entire town hall, there were maybe 20 or 30 people there. Everybody's socially distancing and wearing masks. And for anybody on the right to have a problem with Joe Biden saying a few words to Anderson Cooper during a break a foot or two away from him, but has no problem with thousands of people at Donald Trump campaign rallies not practicing social distancing, not wearing masks. You all are hypocrites. It's very simple. And by the way, Donald Trump held a rally last night in Wisconsin, and few masks. Everybody was packed in. So that is the definition, by the way, of hypocrisy.